مکسیمیلین از هلند فارسی یاد میگیره.
Hello everyone, my name is Max. I learn languages, and this year, in 2022, I'm learning Persian, the beautiful language. And I noticed that more and more people are watching the videos, and many of them, I could see in the comments, are also studying Persian, just like me. So maybe you are also studying Persian. Now, if that's the case, and it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced or even a native speaker, if you still want to learn something about Persian, then I want to invite you. I would like to invite you to study together with me this song.
اگه یه روز بری سفر بری زپیشم بیخبر.
And this song, to study it, is also my homework for my online class with my friend and language teacher Nima. And studying it to me means, and to him especially, means that you know every word, that you can sing it, and that you know either 100% or maybe 80% of it by heart. So when it's being played, you can sing along without even looking at the text. Okay? So I'd like to challenge you and invite you to do the same as what I'm doing with him, and that is to study the complete song, to know absolutely everything about it. In August or September, I'd like to all join in the same Zoom call, and then I would like to sing the song together, right? So I hope you like it. If you like it, then let me know that you are joining, right? Okay, so here are the rules of the game. Number one is please do it in Persian script. Okay, so if you are studying the song, you have to do it in the Persian script, no Finglish, okay? Rule number two is let's let each other know. So make sure other people and me know that you are doing it, right? So for example, to write a comment or send an email or something like that. But just make sure that everybody knows that we are really doing it, and then we can also see how many people are joining, which is nice to know, of course. And rule number three is to, at the end of the song, to come together and to sing it all together, of course. Now, the last rule are not for you, but more for me. The last rule is that everything, of course, will be completely free, and there will be absolutely no boundaries or limits for you to get into the Zoom call. So you don't have to be a subscriber to my channel, you don't have to follow my Instagram or all kind of rubbish like that. If you are studying the song, just let us know, let me know, and then you can just join the Zoom call later, and we're gonna sing the song together, which is amazing, I think. Now, in the rest of this video, I'd like to explain why I think that studying songs is a great idea, why it has worked for me in the past, and I'd like to start studying the first few lines of the song together with you by translating it into English, and of course by listening to it. So let's go. Now, in the past, I've learned lots of Spanish words and even grammar by studying Spanish songs. And when I was studying French, I even focused mainly on translating, understanding and singing songs. Like this one, for example.
Ne me quitte pas, by Jacques Brel. Tout petit, qui s'enfuit déjà, oublier le temps.
And like that, I also learned vocabulary, lots of vocabulary and specific poetic words. And implicitly, I also learned grammar. But of course, it improved also my pronunciation greatly. And it even taught me French facial expressions. Also, knowing a song like this, a great historical song, gives you a better understanding of the culture. Now then, songs are also great for teaching you specific things, like for example, the body parts. Or the numbers. Now, singing the numbers and the body parts gives you an understanding of the rhythm and the intonation of the language like nothing else does. Now, please don't make the mistake to think that only kids learn with children's songs, okay? Also, adults learn with songs that are meant for children, because these songs are not necessarily meant for small children, but they are meant for people who don't know the language very well, right? So they are also meant for me, because basically in Persian, I am like a small kid. right? I'm making very weird mistakes. I'm saying all kinds of words that are not really words. I'm making hand movements. I'm using the most simple structure and the simplest structures and the simplest vocabulary I can find, right? So I am basically a kid. And I think personally that all adults are actually kids, but then just a bit older. So why wouldn't we learn with songs and music? Because it's a lot more fun that way. It goes a lot faster. Now, another advantage of learning with songs is that it's quite easy to listen to songs many times without getting bored. Like when you're listening to an audio file of, for example, this book, a dialogue of this book, or some grammar conjugations or something like that. Of course, you get bored very easily. But listening to the same song many times, if you like the song, is not a problem at all. So that means if you first study the song and you know what it means, then it's absolutely no issue to listen to it many times. And of course, only with the listening, you are going to really feel into the song and really understand it better. Now, as a Dutch teacher, I noticed that my adult students, and they are all adults, actually, my students, are always a bit awkward in the beginning when I put up a children's song and I ask them to translate them and to memorize them. And they're beginning always a bit weirded out and they don't really like it. But after 1 or 2 minutes, they realize that they learn words actually very fast that way. And after a couple of classes, they all know it by heart. They listen to it at home. They show it to their friends. And they don't forget the words that are used in the songs. So it just works greatly for everyone. Okay, so let's start by opening the Bing translator, which is the only translator that has an audio function. And let's look up the text of the song. And I already studied it a little bit this morning, so that's why these first few lines are already a little bit larger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to find out, using the translator, what the song is about, okay? So I know nothing about the details or the words of the song, except for what I studied this morning a little bit. I know that it's a love song, and that it's a guy saying what if, basically. So the first word is aga, which means if. So first part, aga yek roos, should mean if one day. You see? Age ye roos. So I always try to repeat whatever I hear, right? Age ye roos. Age ye roos. Okay, now let's see what the next 2 words mean. So I see already here there's bore, bora or something like that. 2 times there, right? Bore. Beri safar. So I had the same problem this morning that I really have no idea what that means, okay? Beri safar. It says bari travel as well here. Very strange. So I know that safar is travel. Bari is then beri. I don't know what it should mean. So we know if one day, travel, and then again there's body. Maybe the combination of these 2 words makes sense together. Let's see.
بری زپیشم.
بری زپیشم. بری زپیشم. Okay, so I have no idea. And then here, this should be a verb, right? Because it has the verb ending. I have the text as well here, by the way. So I'm just making some notes, which means that I'm just writing down a question mark here because I have no idea what this means, right? And then we'll see later. Now let's just continue. First, Google them in different word combinations, and then we'll see. Unaware of captive dreams. Wow. Okay, so which one does means dreams? Royal, that should mean dreams, right? In dreams. This is dreams. Okay, so we know that the first sentence is if one day, travel, captive in dreams. So maybe we can try to translate the whole sentence together now. If you go on a trip one day, I'll be unaware of the captives of dreams.
اگه یه روز بری سفر بری زپیشم بیخبر اسیر رویاها.
اگه یک روزی باری سفر باری سپیم بخار اسیر رویاها. Okay, I'll be alone again. So it's something like probably it's like, so he's talking about the girl that's going on a trip, right? So it's something like, if you ever go on a trip, I'll be in dreams or something like that. Maybe I'll be dreaming about you or something like that. And then I'll be alone again. میشم, so I'll probably be دوباره. I don't know what that means. تنها میشم. So میشم is like I am, I be, I will be, something like that. And then تنها is alone. So it's something like, if you go on a trip, I'll be alone with my dreams, I'll be alone again. When we look at this sentence, we see that there's 2 times the same structure, right? میشم میگم پیشم بمونه میگم. So there's 2 times the same, right? Like 2, I just put it here in the translator and it says, to the night I say da da da, to the wind I say da da da. I know that because of the translation, okay? So I cheat, but I don't care. I just want to know what the song means. That's the only goal, right? So I guess that this should mean stay with me, and this should mean sing in the morning. So ta صبح بخونه. بخونه should then be sing, and بمونه is then to stay. So this should mean with me, and this should mean morning, which it does. Ta صبح بخیر, which means good morning, right? So that's nice. Okay, then the last sentence. Let's see if I know it, by the way. بخونه از دیار. I just know words like alone, stay, and why. So let's just put it in a translator and see if we can figure it out word by word. بخونه از دیار. بخونه is read, of course. Yeah. Read from یاری. I don't know what یاری is. Why are you going to leave me alone? چرا میری تنهام. I am alone. میری is like for you. میذاری, which I guess then میذاری is to leave. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now. So we know that now, more or less, we know now that the song is about, it's a love song about a guy singing about the girl, and he's singing if one day, and then something with travel, maybe if one day you travel or something like that, and then I'll be with my dreams, I'll be captive of my dreams, I'll be alone again. I will tell the night, I will tell the night to stay with me, I will tell the wind to sing. Then something with read from a guy or something named Yari, and then he's asking, why are you going to leave me alone? So it is a very sad poetic love song. I hope you have a general idea of what it's going to be about, the song. Now let's study it. You study it, I study it, and then I'll make a few videos in which I explain more and more of what I understand in the song. And just make sure you download it on Spotify or YouTube, or you put it on your phone or your iPhone, iPod, MP3, whatever you have. Listen to it many times, and then in a couple of months, 2-3 months, we'll go come together and we'll sing it, okay? So good luck with your studies, and I see you when we are better in Persian.